All right, what's going on, everybody? We've got a little bit of a dilemma. I've had this Westin EXP topper up here for a while now, and there's one thing from the installation I've yet to do. I've tried to do, which is to get the third brake light to work. And there's a problem. Let me show you. The way these trucks are wired, the brake light and the blinker are on the same circuit. They use the same wire. And what they want you to do is wire the power for the brake light into for your actual brake light. But if you enable your blinker for the one that you splice into, then the topper's brake light will also blink with the blinker, which we do not want. I've refrained from hooking it up at all until I find a good solution. So what we have here today, I found this one on Amazon. So this is actually not even the first attempt. I found on eTrailer there is actually a little device that you can basically connect the wires from the left and the right, and it'll cancel out the blinker signal, but it turns out it doesn't work with LEDs. So I tried it out, did not work, returned it, found this on Amazon. This one says it's compatible with LED lights. It's a 2 to 3 wire. And all it does is, or really all you do is you connect the wire from the left stop blinker light and then the wire for the right stop blinker light, the ground. It does all the work to cancel out the signals, and all we want is this red wire, which is for the stop light. And if this works, our center high mount stop light should only illuminate when I'm actually using the brakes and not the blinker. So let's give this a try. 2 screws, you remove those, it pops right out. Okay, now we've got the light housing removed. This is actually the trickiest part. So the wire loom here is connected. Try to squeeze this out, disconnect these. We can put the housing to the side, and we're just gonna work with the power side here to do our test. Right now I'm just testing to find the proper wire for our brake and turn signal. Just check for function. So we've got these black wires I know are ground, and check for 0 ohms. And that checks out, so we can go to voltage. And the green wire on both sides is the one on this vehicle for brake and turn signal. Okay, under the rear of the truck, there is a ground point. I've already put a eye hook, and here's that same wire we were just looking at. And then I have this wire, which I've plugged in. I'll show you here. We've plugged in, and we'll do the same on the other side. And we'll have all 3 of these connected. We'll have the right stop and turn in the ground. And then hopefully we'll be able to connect this red wire to the topper and be in business. These splice connectors, these are for the topper. And then we have the power for the topper's brake light going to the red wire, the output of this converter. We've got a solid brake light. Don't get your hopes up yet though, because we haven't tested the blinker yet. So let's go power on, aux power. Okay, that works for me. It's only illuminating with the brake action. So I think we found something successful here. Quick interjection. So on most Ram 2500s, next to the spare tire area, you're gonna find a wire loom. And coming out of the wire loom are gonna be 2 terminated wires. One of them is supposed to be for power, and then the other one is supposed to be for a third brake light. So they conveniently put that wire there for you. Now, there's some mixed information online, but it seems, based on my experience here, that on the Power Wagons, neither of these two wires are functional. The loom is there, but those two wires aren't connected to anything on the other end. So unfortunately, it would have been really easy if that third brake light wire was functional. I could just tap into that instead of the brake lights themselves, but that is not an option as far as I can tell on the Power Wagon. I've tested a couple times and it's dead. So just thought I'd throw that out there for anybody else that might have a 2500. That's probably the easier option. Pretty happy how this ended up. So here I decided I wanted to have the module as far away from the weather as possible. So mounted it here on the back side of this panel, and we've got all the wires connected, ground. We've got two grounds. We've got the left and right lights, and then the power for the third brake light. It's another day. I had to go grab some wire conduit just to prevent any rubbing, but we've got that routing through the bed here. Comes out here behind the brake light, and you can see here just tapped into that brake and blinker power wire. Same thing on the left brake line. Ground connected to the rest of the other ground wires, and then the power loom is just going to be up there and comes down from the brake light, and then just wired out all the way across to the left, and it's all functional. Well, that's a wrap for this one. Hopefully it helped anybody out. This was the Westin EXP, wiring up the third brake light for the Power Wagon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll catch you later.